I have an interesting new everyday carry backpack to show you today. This is originally released in Japan in 2024. It's already gone through a version 2 release and has not been available in the United States until now. I've been testing this bag for over a month now. I've taken it on personal item flights, several weekend trips, using it almost exclusively as my everyday carry pack, as well as taking it on several long hikes. And I have to say, I've used this bag a lot more than I normally do when I'm testing out packs, just because I like it so much. It has some great tech organizational pockets and a large main compartment for packing clothes on longer trips. First, I want to give you a little background on this pack. As far as I can tell, it was first released in Japan in 2024, updated with some size and fabric options in 2025, where it also won a Red Dot Design Award. I just searched YouTube before posting this, and I don't see any other English language reviews on this pack yet. However, I do have a feeling this bag is going to be quite popular in the US because of the style, organization, and personal item sizing. And just so you know, I've arranged a coupon code with the manufacturer, 10% off for the next 6 months for OBT viewers. I'll include that code in the description below. And before getting into more details on this pack, I just wanted to give you an overview on some of the features and why I think this is a really great bag. It has 2 small separate top access pockets. It has 2 front pockets, 2 separate side pockets, and a separate laptop sleeve back here. And as someone who carries a lot of cameras and small tech gear, sometimes I carry a second monitor, so I really like all this extremely accessible small gear organization. And to add all of that, a large, easy to pack main compartment for my clothes, other larger gear. This bag has been working really well for me as a tech-heavy weekend travel backpack. I mentioned earlier this is a personal item size pack, and that's how I used it on a short regional flight to and from Portland on Alaska Airlines. However, airline sizes vary a lot. This bag is 18.9 inches tall, so it might be too tall for some airlines. That being said, the MNL City Pack is a very modest 21 liters, only 12.6 inches wide and 7 inches deep, meaning it will easily fit as a carry-on and will likely fit under most airplane seats, that you can use it as a personal item. Capacity, again, listed as 21 liters. I'll do a quick test to see how accurate that is. Fill this bag with packing peanuts. There's a lot of little small pockets, so I'll try to make sure to get everything full so we can get an accurate test. And just to show you, this is everything I had just packed in the bag. Mostly heavy tech gear here, so quite a lot of capacity. Okay, this is the MNL City Pack, 21 liters, fully packed out packing peanuts. Tried to get all these little front pockets and side pockets to make sure it's fully packed. Okay, dumping these into my marked container. You can see here a little bit above 20 liters, so I'd say the 21 liter listed capacity is accurate. So now let's have a look at the materials and the hardware on the MNL City Pack. Again, the version that I have here, X-Pac, is the only fabric that it's available in right now in the US. This is the VX21 fabric, which is mid-weight, laminated, durable. This fabric is going to be a little stiffer than the Cordura nylon version, but way more water resistant. Add to that the water resistant zipper on the laptop compartment to protect your electronics, the hidden zippers on the front flap here, and this is a very, very water resistant pack. The hardware is also very high quality, all YKK zippers. I mentioned that water resistant zipper on the laptop compartment. All the rest of these smaller pockets are the smaller number 5 YKKs, and the largest number 10 beefy YKK zips on that large main compartment. I think it's worth mentioning the stability while I still have this bag empty. This bag keeps its structure really well. It kind of looks like it's fully packed out here, even though it's empty. Doesn't have a frame sheet, but it's got a good stiff structure and will essentially stand up on its own even when it's empty. There's not a lot of hardware on this pack, just the plastic adjusters and magnetic sternum strap buckle. Really like these straps here. You can see they're kind of sewn into a loop, so you can adjust it without having any kind of dangling straps or anything. So now let's go into more detail on the design and style on the exterior of the MNL City Pack. I like the exterior, got a nice sleek look. These front zipper pockets give it some nice texture, but not so much that it looks busy. I really like the look on this bag. Lots of small gear organization that I mentioned earlier. Moving around the pack, there's a small fuzzy top line slash pocket for sunglasses, side water bottle pocket, other side has a small phone or wallet pocket, and the front, these 2 side zipper pockets. I'm actually liking these front pockets a lot more than I expected to. side zippers here, one on each side of this front panel, separate zippers, and the volume on each actually takes up pretty much the full volume of this front panel, but they overlap in capacity, but the pockets are separate so they don't overlap in where you're storing stuff. These pockets I've been finding especially useful for carrying kind of long, skinny things. For example, I have this little selfie stick up here in the front. However, you can see there is a decent amount of volume on these. This front pocket has its own capacity. So depending on how much you pack on the inside, you can actually fit a little bit larger stuff in here. For example, I have this little Insta360 camera in there as well. Side water bottle pocket on the left side works well. It's that kind of stretchy here on the bottom, fabric on the top. So more or less lays flat when you're not using it, expands out when you put stuff in there. This pocket works really well for kind of any of these skinny or mid-sized water bottles. Fit in there really nicely. However, the pocket does stretch out quite a bit, so it is large enough to fit one of those fatter 1 liter Nalgene's, but it's pretty tight in there. Other side of the bag has this slim, slender pocket. You can either put a cell phone here, travel wallet, or something. There's a little fabric loop here if you want to clip a keychain or a pouch in there. Honestly, I haven't used this pocket quite as much, and probably I would have preferred to just have another water bottle over here. So I mentioned this bag has 2 top slash pockets, just that regular one here on the top. This one is a little bit smaller. It's fuzzy lined for sunglasses or any kind of small fragile items. The other pocket is actually going to be inside the top of the laptop compartment through this back zipper. And inside here is this second zipper pocket, and you can actually just leave this open and shut the laptop compartment, because with this zipper shut, nothing in the inside pocket is going to fall out. This pocket is actually quite a bit larger than that top slash pocket. Goes down to right here. Fuzzy line here, padded on the inside, a couple of sleeves. I really like this pocket for kind of holding my larger, bulkier tech gear, cameras, battery packs and stuff. I don't want it clunking around with the stuff in the other pocket. And for someone like me who carries a lot of small, heavy cameras and tech gear for filming that I like to have easy access to, this setup has been working really well. I have easy access to all my tech gear, but I can keep it in separate pockets. That's really easy to get to. Small Instacam, selfie stick in those front pockets. I can have the gimbal cam, the top pocket, sunglasses separately in the other fuzzy pocket, batteries and chargers in that back pocket. Everything really easily accessible, easy to get to, and organized. Now coming around to the back, let's have a look at the carry system and the comfort on the MNL City Pack. This is another win for this bag. Again, I've taken this on quite a few long hikes, trips. I've carried it fully loaded with gear, tested it with my heavy full frame camera setup, as well as hiking, multiple water bottles, snacks, etc. And so far, it's been a real winner. These shoulder straps are comfortable, hold weight really well, squishy padding here, mesh on the back, and there's no frame sheet, but this bag has some really good structure. Remember I showed you earlier how it keeps its form, stance up on its own. It's not gonna flop over and stay nice and stiff on your back. Back panels for breathable, squishy mesh, lots of good air ventilation in the middle here. Again, these shoulder straps, showed you they're adjustable, kind of sewn into this, call it like an infinite loop here, so you can adjust the distance up and down, but there's not going to be any kind of dangling strap or anything to get in the way. Luggage pass-through sleeve here is going in the horizontal direction, so when you put this bag over a rolling luggage, again, you can use it as a personal item. The bag is going to stay upright so you can get to your stuff really easily. Carry handles, there's going to be 3 here, 1 on each side in the back, 1 on the top. These are just a simple webbing loop, thin piece of padding in here. So not going to be the way you carry the bag around primarily, like briefcase mode, but they work fine for carrying the bag around or pulling it in and out of overhead bins. So now let's move inside this large main compartment so I can show you the interior design, organization, and packing style. Large zipper goes around the front of the pack. It doesn't go quite all the way to the bottom, but it goes far enough that you can open this fully and have easy access to the main compartment. So I'll take all this gear out. I've mostly been using this lately as an everyday carry pack. You can see there's actually quite a lot of pockets and organization in here, not all of which I've used on every trip. Really depends on what you're doing, what kind of gear you're carrying, and what kind of trip you're on. You can see these two things right here. This is the interior volume of those slash pockets, the regular padded fuzzy lined one, and that back one here that's stored inside the laptop compartment. There's two more sleeves in the back, a little bit padded on this side, fuzzy lined. This one's just a stretchy sleeve, not padded. Again, I've been storing my laptop and that second monitor in the laptop compartment back here, but if you have a third monitor, tablet, or if you want to put it in here, you could certainly use it for that. Also in the main compartment on each side are these two kind of stretchy little pockets here. I really haven't been using these because mostly I've been packing the bag completely full with either my full frame camera cube or a packing cube. But if you were using this more as an everyday carry pack for smaller gear, I could certainly see a use for these pockets. Two more pockets here on the lid side. This has stretchy fabric, stretches out quite a bit. But again, these pockets are a little bit thin, so how much you can fit in here is really going to depend on how much you have in this front pocket and how full you pack the main compartment. But mostly I've been finding this is a good place for those kind of small, random odds and ends, little dongles and chargers that I don't need easy access to from these front compartments, things I can just stick in the bag that I know are there, I can get to whenever I want. Interestingly, this pocket here kind of set up similar to that front pocket with these two side zippers, but instead of being separated like that other one, these two actually open into the same little pocket. And before I forget, I wanted to show you, there's not really a lot of obvious branding on this bag. There's no logos or anything on the front or sides of the pack. I think this is kind of a cool touch. The only branding this bag has at the bottom of the strap here, just a little MNL little fabric thing sewn in here in the stitching. I want to go back and show you some more detail on that laptop compartment that we started looking at earlier. Top and side access zipper. On the short side, it's going to come maybe a third of the way down the pack, but the other side, it's going to come almost all the way to the bottom. Inside, we have, this is going to be the main laptop sleeve on the back, really padded, fuzzy line here, padded separator, and it's going to be kind of a corner one so you can get the laptop in and out, kind of if you have the bag sideways or coming in from the top. And again, there's that second kind of top slash pocket that you can get to from the top of the laptop compartment, padded here, a couple more separators, and then two more kind of stretchy separators here on the inside panel. The way I've been using this is I've been putting my laptop in here on the main side, really well padded, really thick padding on the back, kind of a firm sheet plus this foam padding. This is also going to have the false bottom, lots of padding here in the bottom, so really well protected. So I've kind of been showing you all the gear that I've been carrying around, taking it in and out of the pack as I go through this review. So I'm not going to do a formal packing demo here. However, if you're interested in this bag and you want to kind of see some more of the travel setups, packing cubes and clothes, how I pack the bag when I've been traveling on airplanes, I could do another packing demo. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. But otherwise, that's all I have for the MNL City Pack 21 liter everyday carry or minimalist travel pack. Again, I'll put that 10% off code in the description below. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And again, thanks for watching.